In the heart of our village, where traditions run deeper than the oldest roots of the baobab tree.
Our young woman's world was about to be torn apart.
Her name was Amara, and the sun that once warmed her skin now felt like a spotlight of accusation. Chief Okoro, his face a mask of stern authority, dragged her before the council of elders. The crowd parted, their whispers like the rustling of dry leaves, each sound a judgment. Fa, the charge was not her own, but a shadow cast by her father. A man who had vanished into the whispers of the Harmattan wind, leaving behind a debt of betrayal that now fell squarely on Amara's shoulders. Her voice, usually so full of life, was a fragile thread as she stood before them. "I am innocent," she pleaded, her words swallowed by the heavy silence of the clearing. She looked into the faces she had known since childhood, searching for a glimmer of belief, a flicker of the warmth they once shared. But she found only coldness, eyes that turned away, reflecting the hard, unforgiving judgment of the elders. It was as if the bonds of community, once her greatest strength, had become the very chains that now bound her. The village had closed its heart to her, and in their silence, her fate was sealed. Then came the verdict, delivered with the finality of a stone dropping into a deep well. The elders, their voices raspy with age and authority, decreed her sentence. Not a punishment of swift pain, but one of long drawn-out suffering. Amara was to repay her father's debt with her own life, a life of labor, a perpetual servitude to the community that had condemned her. Her future, once a vibrant tapestry of dreams, was now a barren field of endless toil. As the words echoed through the silent crowd, Amara's world shrank to the confines of this inescapable sentence. Her days bled into one another, each dawn bringing the same grueling reality. The sun beat down relentlessly as she worked the fields, her hands, once soft, becoming calloused and raw. She fetched water from the distant river, the heavy pot, a constant weight on her head, mirroring the burden on her spirit. The faces of those she once called friends were now turned against her. They offered no words of comfort, no shared smiles. Only averted gazes and muttered warnings to their children to stay away from the traitor's daughter. She was an outcast, a ghost in her own home, a living monument to a crime she did not commit. The loneliness was a physical ache, more painful than any blister or sore muscle. One evening, exhausted and seeking a moment's peace in the quiet of her family's now empty hut, her fingers brushed against a loose floorboard. Curiosity, a feeling she hadn't felt in a long time, pricked at her. She pried it open, and there, nestled in the dark space beneath, was a small, tightly folded piece of parchment. It was a letter. Her father's handwriting, familiar and yet so distant, filled the page. As she read, the carefully constructed dam holding back her emotions finally broke. The letter wasn't a justification or a denial. It was a confession, a raw and painful account of his actions, driven by a desperation she had never known. He wrote of the shame that had forced him to flee, the unbearable weight of his betrayal not just to the village, but to her. He spoke of his love for her, his deep, gut-wrenching regret for the legacy he had left behind, for the price she was now paying. The words were a torrent of sorrow, a father's last desperate attempt to explain the inexplicable, to tell his daughter he was sorry. The paper grew damp with her tears, not just of sadness, but of a complex, aching understanding. With the truth laid bare, something within Amara shifted. The letter didn't absolve her of her sentence, nor did it change the minds of the villagers. But it gave her something she had lost, a piece of her own story, separate from their accusations. It was a painful truth, but it was hers. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Amara stood and looked out at the horizon. The weight on her shoulders was still there, heavy and real, but it was no longer crushing her. A quiet strength began to kindle within her. Her spirit, though battered and bruised, was not broken. She had been condemned for her father's sin, but she would not let his choices define her end. She would endure. She would survive this injustice, not with bitterness, but with a resilience forged in the fires of her ordeal. The setting sun cast her long shadow across the land, a solitary, unyielding figure against the fading light. Her journey was far from over, but in that quiet moment, Amara found the will to face the next sunrise, and the one after that, her spirit unbroken. Thank you for watching this story of resilience and injustice. If Amara's journey moved you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories from around the world. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What did you take away from her story? Until next time, stay strong and keep sharing stories that matter.